Hi guys, Randall here. So doing the light selection quest has made me want to use these units in Arena again. Back when Yuna was released, I was doing an MR only run trying to defeat the Yuna, Elsirelle of Light, Yuna, Sakura, whatever the combos that were used at the time. But the units have become much stronger since then, and there's units like King Mont and Black Witch Helena in the mix, so it's really hard to use those MR units. So we're going to bring Sylma as a level 120 unit in reinforcement. We're still MR only, but hopefully this gives us a little bit of an edge. So let's go in game and try to fight. I will be avoiding King Mont at all costs if I can, and Warrior of Light as well, because I feel like going through one of these tanks with our MRs will be nearly impossible. So let's go. Alright, let's begin with a match that seems basically doomed from the start, but Tidus, Black Witch, and Garvall, they are a incredibly powerful team. I'm sure you've seen those characters in action. The idea is Mariel is hard to kill with magic attacks, but Black Witch has magic penetration, and even then, our Mariel does not reach magic immunity, so I don't know how well she'll do exactly. The way we've set up our early turns is that Elsirelle will move to our friendly Mariel and give her a double turn using Quicken, so she can use Resist Magic and then Bells and move forward, but I don't know if that'll be enough to actually have some success or not. Then we're also increasing Mariel's survivability a little bit with another move, which is the Sylma's defense buff, so hopefully she can take a hit from Tidus. So Quicken goes in, but I think she's in range to attack immediately, so she probably won't use Resist Magic, which means the Black Witch will one-shot her. Taunting Spell deals a little bit of damage, but not enough. Taunting Blade comes in, she's already pretty low. We're going to cast Cura, but that won't have time to go, and then the Black Witch is set up to use Drain, just like I love to use mine. So she actually heals the damage back up. So far, that is going terribly wrong. Maybe Resist Magic is off by Mariel, or maybe she just could not reach her partners, which means I would have to rethink my strategy. Let's see what we can do with the remaining two. So Sylma goes in, Jamming Thrust, which is still not enough to put the Black Witch in any real danger. And then we're probably in an AoE-able position. Devastation does not take Sylma out, so that's pretty good. We get the Hazard Slash off, but it's not enough damage to kill anyone. Then Detonation Blast catches Sylma right before she goes, which means Tidus has the time to kill us. Did we do okay? I guess. We did some decent damage to them, but it's really far from being a victory, so let's see if we can pick another opponent or adjust something for the second match. Okay, looks like we found a slightly weaker enemy team, composed of Warrior of Light, Cecil, and Elsirelle. They're probably built around physical resistance more than anything else, so we should have a decent shot at taking them out, even though they do have some magic resistance and some slash resistance up, so most of our damage types are still going to be rough. Let's see how much magic resistance this guy has. Only 29%, and he's a Warrior of Light subjob, so he won't have the Spellblade abilities, although Elsirelle doesn't have them either. Okay, that seems like a good setup for our team. Yes, you might argue that I'm cherry-picking the weaker team. I'm using MR units. At some point, I'll take the wins that I can get. I'm mainly using this team for fun. I really love the synergy between Elsirelle and Mariel. I find that it's a very fun thing to do, so I want to do that. The one change we did to our team is we've set Mariel as an arithmetician. My thought is if she won't use her Spellblade Resist Magic buff because of the height elevation between her and her partners, I might as well give her the ability to hit from a longer range so that it's harder for the enemy team to hit her. She does not need to generate hate using Taunting Spell for the first couple turns, so she'll be tanking either way. Banish Gat does basically nothing though, so it's basically a wasted turn. Let's see what's gonna happen there. The enemy Elsirelle is almost in range. She'll be hitting, Elsirelle. She'll be hitting our Elsirelle very shortly, while our Sylma is not doing much, but hey, that's fine. Stop Strike comes out, deals basically no damage, but does get the stop off immediately. That is really bad. Now we've already lost one of our better partners. Do okay damage to the enemy Elsirelle, but since she has low faith, she doesn't take that much damage. Now, our Sylma's casting, I'm wondering what she's casting. I guess a Thundara, since it's probably enough to kill. Oh, Spirit Breaking Pain. It is a kill. Okay, 1 down, 2 to go, but we've lost our tank. So Elsirelle heals back up, that's good. Then Resistance Break is actually really good against him, but he takes basically no damage. Reduces our magic. That guy has way too much AP, so he's a major threat. Warrior of Light is getting low though, so that's good, but now he's gonna kill Sylma. Okay, Elsirelle, it's all up to you. She can use one hit, but then I'm guessing Cecil might just one-shot Elsirelle. Hazard Break again, not a kill. I think we can take Cecil out in one hit. So, Banish Blade, looks like we won. Admittedly, not the strongest enemy team, but let's try to move to another one now. Okay, now Yuna, Black Witch, Helena, and Warrior of Light, but they're not maxed out, so that might help us. Also not a maxed out Tidus. Again, we're taking what we can out of the enemy list to have some form of an edge. Their Warrior of Light is not built for Spirit, which is definitely good as well, but the enemy Yuna and Black Witch might just go ahead and one-shot our guys, so there is some scary part to it. Again, I'll do my best to target enemies that are weaker, willingly, because my team will not win against 120 Yuna, 120 Black Witch, and 120 King Monk. Like, the strongest combos are not something we can fight. I've tried fighting them with MR-only teams, and so far, I haven't had any success. I think if I wanted that to work out, I would need some stronger or a wider variety of MR unit. If I were to get Ramada to 120, she might be a good option. So in the future, I will be able to do MR-only clears, probably. But for now, my options are too limited, I think. So, Banishka, let's see. We are actually hitting her back for more than what she's doing to us, which is really good. She's only at level 111, I think, but our Mariel is only 98, so we can't really complain that we're pushing our luck here. So, let's see. She's going to cast another ability. This one might be a one-shot, but I think she's in range to get a Jamming Thrust from Sylma. Yes, she is. So we're going to interrupt her spell using our Quicken, also kill her, because why not? But Yuna's still there, so they have the option of full life, and our Mariel is kind of wasting her AP on Warrior of Light before he deals no damage. This Warrior of Light is only 99, so that's definitely an edge we have as well. So another Quicken on Sylma. Let's see what she does with it. Yeah, she can't reach the enemy Yuna, but does take out the Warrior of Light in only 2 hits. Then Mariel goes to heal, but the full life finally coming out on Black Witch, and she still has her limit break, I think. Oh wow, RNG is truly in our favor, and they just don't do anything. But this attack will probably one-shot our Elsirelle. She has high faith and low magic resistance. Boom, we lose 1. I've seen Yuna kill entire enemy teams before. I'm afraid she might do it again, but let's see if that's the case. Uses the limit burst, and it does hit our both of our characters. It won't kill any, but it will deal serious damage, I think. Yeah, okay, so we're good. 120 Yuna with Bahamut was not enough to kill us. But our damage is so low. That is really bad. Yeah, she survives, uses Malpractice. We're going to need to do that again. But now we're in range for the hardest hitting abilities from Mariel, which don't do much more. Jamming Thrust interrupts her spell with the right timing though, so I think we'll win just because of how strong Sylma is with her Jamming Thrusts. She interrupted 2 spells this time. Yuna dies for the first time, takes her turn, but while she's casting, Mariel finishes her off with a Banish Blade. Okay, looks like we won this one. Let's keep going. So now, let's try this team out. I feel like I might lose because Sterne will likely one-shot our Mariel before she gets to do anything. It's probably going to be a battle of the one-shots. And then this Warrior of Light has 1000 attack, which seems insane. Like, way too strong. He has as much attack as Sterne. What the hell? But let's take a look. I'm pretty curious. So far, we've won 2, lost 1 match. So I can afford a loss here and keep a decent win rate considering what we're fighting. Okay, she uses her barrier. That's not good, but it's expected. That guy uses his Revitalize, so he's in position to start attacking us. And again, if he hits Mariel, I think he's gonna one-shot her. While she probably needs 2 hits to kill him. She gets some extra defense, but her base defense is really low in this build. She does have some okay slash resistance though, so 20%. Now let's see what she does with that. Uses Banish Ga and misses. He does not have a ton of evasion, so I'm really surprised he would miss. At that point, we're interrupting a spell from the Black Witch again. I feel like I'm spending all my time interrupting the Black Witch's spell, but we can't interrupt a Limit Burst. It drops instantly. So no matter the effort Sylma does, that's so much damage. One-shots our Marial, and we're now in big trouble because we've lost our tank, and the enemy, Ruined Sterne, is still in good shape. Damage distribution does basically nothing, and we use Hazard Slash, but since the Ruined Sterne dodged the previous hit, he survives it. Had the Banish Ga hit from Marial, we would have been in a good position. Well, good-ish position with only one unit, but at least Sterne would not be that big an issue. Now we're getting Thunder on everybody, which is good, but we miss again. How evady is this Ruined Sterne? He has Diabolos, like there is nothing to give him evasion. But seems like he manages to dodge his way to victory, and we just get wrecked by the enemy team. Not that good. So let's take a look at our team. Might not be the most successful, but I still feel like it's interesting to show. So let's go in. First of all, Sylma as a Kodonama wielder, red mage. Abilities on off. She has everything on in her main job. She picks them fairly well, and I like keeping Thundera on even though it has a cast time, because sometimes we catch the enemy with an AoE attack. And then in her second job, everything but nimble movement is on, because I don't want her to rush into the enemy team. I want her to be more of a support that eventually attacks. Then we have Marial. I've been using her as an arithmetician, and I did not give her more movement because that puts her too far before the rest of our team. So instead, we'll just give her a little bit more AP. Not that great considering she has bells, but it's enough to give her some power. In her main job, everything is on. And then in her sub job of arithmetician, I believe everything is on as well, but let's take a look. There we go. So she's been performing fairly well with her entire ability pool available to her. This is the main reason she survives, and the fact that she has pretty good total HP and okay spirit, I guess. And then finally, Elsirelle. I feel like she's underperformed in this map because the enemy team just kills her too quickly. She really needs an EX job to get some more HP. Before the EX meta, she was able to one-shot enemies, so she did a good job. But now that characters have a lot more HP, she no longer has the one-shot potential. So we've turned off Meteor, Comet, and Immobilize. And then in her Rune Knight job, we've turned off Hazard Spell, and that's it, because that sacrifices her own HP, and if in the small chance that she actually survives a hit, I don't want to take her own HP out. So that's the team. So that was it. Is it a miracle team that works perfectly well and wins every time? No, but it is fun to use non-meta units and try to get some result out of them. I really feel like we had a good synergy and a decent setup with quickening Marial to the front and then using Sylma to interrupt enemy spells. But our squad needs a little bit more numbers. If these characters just had like 2,000 more HP and could survive one more hit, that would probably make the difference in most of those matchups. But as it stands, that's what we currently can do with them. So hopefully it was enjoyable to watch. Thank you for watching, and have a great rest of your day.